The lack of audio on a capture card can be something simple like a problem with configuration on OBS. Let's open OBS. Under Sources, double-click on Video Card. At the first use, the program can display video, but sometimes the audio is missing. One of the possible solutions is to customize the audio device. At the end of the Properties menu, it can be done selecting the checkbox, Use Custom Audio Device. It might refresh, because now under the menu is a list where we can select the audio from the video card. Now we can select the audio source directly. It also helps us to know if the program is detecting the card as an audio source. Now we have sound. You might have noticed that video capture device is showing it is receiving audio, but even when it is apparently working and even saturated, the audio is from the microphone auxiliary input. We could ignore or delete one of the duplicated audio devices. But this will allow us to explain one of the most common problems. OBS has many tools that can modify or control how it manage any input. It might be because some features are more focused for streaming. It is under Audio Mixer, or more precisely in its option menu. Below, in the left, it is a gear icon. By selecting this icon, it will open a new window. There it shows the Advanced Audio Properties. In this window it shows the posable audio mixers. In its 7th column, Audio Monitoring. Depending on what audio device is enabled to be active by selecting Monitor Off, Monitor Only or Monitor and Output. By selecting Monitor and Output, we enable two things. Being able to hear it in our computer and send the audio, either for streaming or capture. Monitor Only allow us to hear, but it will be disabled for streaming or capture. That is a good thing, if we want to hear and level the volume before any streaming, and make it more professional. The audio is now working under its right input. It is probably one of the most simple misconfigurations and the first that can save us a lot of time, if our problem is as simple as this. Now, we can also see the settings of the program itself. A simple click on Settings will open the General Settings window. At the left, selecting the 4th option, Audio. Now at the right, from the top to the bottom, it shows the sample rate the program will use, then how many audio channels, and after that global audio devices. Here is another part where it can be selected if we have many audio inputs, and to be able to select if is enable or disable. Those are some possible solutions if the problem is in the program configuration. There's one last possible thing that can be software related. It has to be under Windows Audio configuration. We can do that, perhaps after double checking if a cable is not the problem, probably the first thing to see before anything else. With a right click on the sound icon, it shows 5 options. Selecting sounds, it let us open the old audio settings for Windows. There's the option for playback, recording, sounds and communications. Under recording we can see if the audio device is connected or enabled. Perhaps because Windows recognize some capture cards as webcams, the audio input is shown as a microphone. After a double click on the microphone, it displays its properties, in the tab, Levels. It shows the level input and the mute-unmute option. If the level is too low, like 0, or the icon of the speaker is red, the audio will not work. You can see, after I muted the audio, OBS is unable to detect any audio. I'm doing this on purpose, but sometimes it can be by default, by the system, and that could be a big issue, because this is the last thing one can imagine is the problem. There are other problems like the input is only on one channel. Unfortunately that's more a hardware design problem, because the card can receive stereo at 48 kHz, but it sends the audio as a 96 kHz interlaced mono signal. It is possible to capture stereo on Android and Ubuntu. Sadly, for Windows there's no official solution. And that's all. I appreciate if you have made it until the end, with me. I hope this will help. Thank you for watching.